Hey guys, welcome back to the Planet V. We have about an hour's ahead of drive heading to the old city of Messini here in Peloponnese. They say that it's one of the most well-preserved old cities in Greece, complete with massive walls, a theater, and even a stadium. They also say that it feels like it's a place where history feels alive. So let's see if it really does.
And it also says that it was just discovered recently.
Yeah. This is one of the most complete ancient cities ever discovered in Greece. Not just a temple, not just a theater, but an entire city still standing after more than 2,000 years. Welcome to Old Messini. Located about 30 kilometers north of Kalamata, this ancient site lies in a fertile valley surrounded by Mount Ithome. It was founded in 369 BC by the Theban general Epaminondas, right after he defeated the Spartans at the Battle of Leuctra. For centuries, Sparta had dominated this region, but with the founding of Messini, freedom was finally restored to the Messenians who had been enslaved for generations. Today, you can still walk through their city, one of the best preserved examples of urban planning from the classical world. Massive stone walls once stretched for 9 kilometers around the settlement, fortified by towers and gates. The remains of the Arcadian Gate, one of the grandest entrances of ancient Greece, still greet visitors as they arrive. Step through that gate and you enter a city that was designed with extraordinary precision. Straight streets crossing at right angles, a vast agora at its center, and a network of sanctuaries, houses, and baths spreading across the valley. It's really hot right now, guys. I think it's 34 degrees. And when we came in, they said that we have to bring a hat and a supply of water and stay under the shade. And what's truly fascinating, Old Messini never turned into a myth like some lost city. It simply fell silent. Over time, earthquakes, invasions, and erosion buried much of it. But in the early 19th century, travelers and archaeologists began rediscovering the site. Excavations, especially those led by Petros Themelis from the 1980s onward, have brought Old Messini back to life, stone by stone, column by column.
There. So maybe they even put something on the top. And then just like pour in
Or maybe they invert it.
like 2 of these.
Yeah, other way around and put the sack.
So it's
Down
like,
there.
extra large. This is a large size and this is XL.
Yeah.
2 for price of 1.
Since it's hot, every move you have to find a place to get some shade. This one is nice. Oh, it feels good. Oh, thank you. The theater, partly carved into the hillside, could seat nearly 10,000 spectators. Imagine the roar of the crowd, the echo of drama and politics filling the air. In fact, this theater wasn't only for performances. It was also a space for public meetings where the citizens of Messini gathered to debate and decide their future. Next to it lies the Asklepieion, a sanctuary dedicated to Asclepius, the god of healing. Unlike other Greek cities where the Asklepieion stood apart, in Messini it was the very heart of the city. This was a place where religion, politics, and health all intertwined. Around it stood stoas, fountains, and statues, including one of the city's founder himself, Epaminondas. So far, this is my favorite area in the city. Yes, look at that. And let's find again another tree to hide from the sun. Walking through the ruins today, you can feel both grandeur and intimacy. Unlike Athens or Delphi, there are no crowds here. You can wander in near solitude, hearing only the sound of cicadas and rustle of olive trees. And maybe that's what makes this place unforgettable. It feels alive, yet frozen in time. And then there's the stadium, one of the best preserved in all of Greece. Long and narrow, lined with marble seats, it once hosted athletic games and ceremonies honoring the dead. The stone bases of columns still mark where the portico once stood. When you walk along the track under the blazing summer sun, it's not hard to imagine athletes racing barefoot. Their names once inscribed on the marble that remains to this day.
To explore the history.
What time now?
5?
It's around 5 and sun is less hot and there's more breeze coming.
And they're open till 8 o'clock in the evening. So
Exactly, by the way, yes.
Nice.
In Google you only see that they're open until 6, but if you don't want to suffer from the sun, come a bit later. What you see here is the base of a war monument. The whole site covers more than 350 acres. Everywhere you look, something tells a story. A bathhouse with mosaic floors, fragments of statues, votive offerings left by ancient hands. 3 hours of exploring under the summer heat, from the theater to the stadium, from the agora to the sanctuaries. And every turn felt like opening a new chapter of ancient life. Here, history isn't confined behind glass. You walk through it, you breathe it. The layout, the architecture, the sense of proportion, they all inspired later Hellenistic cities. Messini was more than a fortress. It was a symbol of freedom, resilience, and urban sophistication. Its builders designed not only for defense but also for beauty and balance, an idea that would influence urban design for centuries. And just like the Pantheon of Rome influenced Michelangelo and Jefferson, old Messini's architectural ideas echoed across the ancient world, in its theaters, its sanctuaries, and its civic spaces. It was a model of harmony between human creation and the natural landscape. When you stand here, with the mountains rising behind you and the valley stretching far below, you can almost sense what the ancient Greeks meant when they spoke of divine geometry. The belief that beauty, proportion, and spirit could coexist in stone. some areas still being excavated, still revealing surprises. Clay figurines, inscriptions, coins, and even ancient plumbing systems that show how advanced their engineering was. Old Messini is not just a ruin, it's a conversation across time. It reminds us that even after empires fall, even after centuries of silence, some places continue to speak, not through words, but through space, light, and the endurance of human hands. So if you ever find yourself in southern Greece, take that short drive from Kalamata, walk these streets, climb the theater steps, stand in the stadium under the same sun that once burned over the games, and let the city tell you its story. We're back in the car, guys. So it took us around 3 hours. Like what we've found online, you have to allot between 2 to 3 hours for the visit because we entered around 3:30. Now it's 6:24.
And eat before you visit the place because we became very hungry, so we're looking for a place to have a dinner.
Come here if you are in Kalamata area.
Yes.
Okay, thanks for joining us and I hope you enjoyed this vlog. Till next time, ciao.
Bye-bye.